Hi everyone. Finally arrived at the campsite. I've just finished eating and I thought I'd do a quick video before going to shower and just relaxing. Um, yeah, after making the video yesterday, I can't remember if, well, I told the lady, the campsite lady, that was having trouble with the bank, and she told me, well, tomorrow when you leave, you could just keep all your stuff here at the campsite and then just take what you need to Lyon, and that way, like, it'll go faster. So that's exactly what I did. I thanked her, and that's what I did, but more on that later. And then, yeah, I was reading my book because I was charging my phone. I was reading my book right next to it. I don't want to lose my phone. And this German lady sat next to me and we started talking, and she's doing the Rhone ride. And what she does, she's from Munich, and what she does is she takes 2 weeks vacations at a time, and she just 2 weeks of a bike path, and she does it alone. And yeah, she was quite interesting. She was a social worker, and so she was mostly dealing with immigrants. And so she's like, yeah, there's still some issues with like pre-arranged marriages, and sorry, the campsite also doubles up as like a bar, and so there's some people just having a good time playing pétanque and things like that. You can maybe hear it. But yeah, so that was her. But yeah, she was with child marriage, with like beating up kids like when they misbehave, and she's like, we need to sort of teach them about like German rules and what you can and can't do in Germany. So that was interesting. And then I went to bed quite early because the camping lady also told me that I should get there early. She recommended that I would be at the train station by 8. So that meant leaving at 7:30. So that meant waking up at 7. So that's what I did. I woke up at 7, put all my stuff together, left with just my bike and my small backpack. Not that my new small backpack, not the one I lost. Just with money and yeah, my bike stuff. So off I went to Lyon. But the train station, first of all, the train station was closed. It made sense on Saturday, but still, like, I think some train stations should be open on Saturday morning. But nope, completely closed. And then I went to the machine to get a ticket, but you either need a bank card, which I don't have anymore, which I was trying to get, or you need coins. It's like in this day and age, like, most things should accept bills. Anyway, it didn't, so I was kind of stuck. So in the end, like, I asked this lady, I was like, do you know any other like option? And she's like, no, it's stupid that like they are closing down all the train stations in southern France. So she told me, you know what, when the controller comes through the train, just tell him, and if he makes you pay the fine, don't. Just because, like, it's not your fault the train station's closed, it's theirs. So just don't pay the fine, but pay for the ticket. So fair enough, I put my bike in the train. There was a lot of bikers, so I couldn't put it with the other bikes. Like, they have a special place where the bikes won't fall. So I had to put it, like, in between cars, like, just holding onto it, like, right after the doors, which should be empty because people are coming in and leaving. So I just put it there, and the controller never came, so I just didn't pay for a ticket. And the second thing and then my bike fell, and my rearview mirror just broke off. So not a great way to start the morning. Except for not paying the train ticket part, that was kind of nice. Then what happened? Yeah, right, and then I made it to the bank. First person there, I was like, brilliant, I can get my card and get out. And she doesn't have my card. And I'm just, I don't understand. I'm like, it's been, my counselor, whatever you call it, my banker, told me that she was sending it, it's on the 10th. It's the 14th now. Like, how do you not have it? It shouldn't take that long. Like, Amazon does same day delivery. How are you not on this? Like, no, sometimes it takes up to 5 days, and so I just started getting really irritated because she's like, you can wait till Monday. I'm like, I'm not waiting here till Monday. Like, I'm already past the city. I'm not waiting. Just yeah, and so I just got very frustrated. I was like, okay, can you send it forward? It's like, yeah. So she's going to send it forward, and I asked if she could send it to Monaco, and she's like, no, that's a foreign country. It's like, okay. So she's going to send it to the border town between France and Italy. Literally, like, I can't do it any later. Like, that's the border. After that, I'm in Italy. So that's where she's going to send it, and she's going to call me when she receives it, so that I know, like, okay, 5 days from there. I hope it's okay, but you never know. So that was the bank, so not a great thing again. The great thing was, though, that I found, so once that was done, I looked for the next train out of there. I was like, well, that was sucky, but at least, you know, let's keep on going. And the next train, so this was around 9:30, and the next train out was at 12:30. Or 12:20, and so I just I didn't know what to do, so I just hung out at McDonald's, which was just open for breakfast, and then once things started opening, I went to a tech store to get not, they call it a shell for your phone, but it's the armor, whatever, like what's protecting it, the protection. There we go. So I got the protection, the phone screen, no, not screen, case, phone case. I got the phone case for my phone, and it was only €1, and I saw that on the shelf. I was like, that can't be right. So I asked downstairs at the, oh man, I'm losing all my English words, at the register, and she's like, nope, it's €1. And I was like, is it bad? Like, why is it only €1? And she's like, well, people don't want this phone anymore, so it's only €1. We're trying to get rid of it. Perfect, works for me. So I got it for €1, and then I went to Decathlon and replaced my rear view mirror, so that was okay. And then I just went to the train station and waited there for about an hour, ate, and yeah, started, and just yeah, and the train left. It took twice the amount of time it should. It was supposed to take 20 minutes, and ended up taking 40 minutes to get there. And by the time I was back at the campsite to get out my stuff, it was 1:30. Yeah, it was, yeah, no, it was 1:30, almost 2, because I had to, like, get changed and get everything done. So not great. But I started, and I had about 80 kilometers to go, so that's about 4 hours straight of biking, which I usually take a couple of pauses, but I just started going and hope for the best. And yeah, there are sort of 3 things that happened that kind of are either funny or weird. The first one is on the path. I'm right next to the Rhône River, and it acts as a frontier between 2 French departments. So on the side I'm on, it's l'Ardèche, which has really lovely bike paths. And on the other side is, I think it's Drôme. And so the bridges, every time you cross the bridge, it says like, oh, welcome to Drôme. Thank you for visiting Ardèche, or things like that. And so there was one really lovely bridge. I'll put a picture of it on Instagram. And I was going on the bridge, and I realized, like, oh, this would make a really lovely picture. But I was already halfway on, so I was like, well, and especially with the background I wanted, I was like, well, I can't take it now. I have to, like, back up. So I stopped on the middle of the, well, I looked around, stopped on the middle of the bridge, then started going back. And this one guy kind of looked at me and goes all the way to me. He's like, are you scared of Drôme? Like, do you not want to go there? I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you just, like, went to the border, looked, and then doubled back. Like, is everything okay? I was like, oh, right, I just want to take the picture. He's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But he just thought I was an oddball who's like, I'd rather be in Ardèche. I don't want to cross over to the Drôme region. So that was kind of funny. The second thing was not so funny, but it was just a bit weird. So by this time I was just trying to, like, I had the campsite already. Like, I knew which one I wanted to go to, well, this one. And so I saw that I was still about 2 hours away, an hour and a half away, so I was like, no, and I was crossing a big city. So I kept on going and going and going and going. And trying to, like, really push it. And I crossed this girl, and she's, like, she has dark, short hair. She has dark lips. She's dressed all in black. And she goes, no, 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 butterfly. Like, papillon. Like, to me. And so, in French, a nœud papillon is, like, a bow tie. So I was like, what is she talking about? Maybe she lost a bow tie? She's asking me if I saw a bow tie. But I went by her so fast, I didn't really hear her. So I was like, well, okay, fine, whatever, I'll stop. So I stopped, turned around, and I was like, sorry? And she's like, do you want to adopt a butterfly? Like, what? And there was a butterfly on her trousers. And she was asking me if I wanted to, like, take it off. And I was like, no, thank you, but no, like, not take it off, but, like, if I wanted to adopt it. Like, no, I'm okay, thanks. It was just weird. And then she started laughing and went on her way. I was like, okay. So I kept on going after that. And then, this is not something unusual or weird, but in Valence, so the big city that's really close to here, there was some kind of marathon going on, so that delayed me again, because, like, a bunch of streets were closed. I went, like, under wires, and it was police tape. So that was just a pain in the neck to, like, navigate through the streets of a city that I don't know. And so then I stopped by a shopping center, got my dinner, and it was kind of funny. So coming out, there was a family all on bikes, and there was, so the two daughters on bikes, so they were aged like maybe 9 and 6, and then the dad right behind them, and then the mom had a smaller one in tow. And the oldest of the little girls was asking, like, are we doing the big hill or the small hill? And the dad was like, we're doing the hill. And she's like, yeah, the big one or the small one? And I kind of, like, look around, like, I'm interested in what is he gonna choose? And the dad kind of looks at me and goes, the big one. He's like, it's gonna be funnier. So I just thought that was really funny. And yeah, so I guess they did the big hill. And then, but by then, like, the sun, it was looking like it might almost rain. The sun was behind clouds and everything, so it looked like I didn't have a lot of time, so I just went, like, as fast as I could. Then stupid Google Maps kept on wanting me to go through a national road. And not, like, it's National 7, like, it's a major national road. Like, it's known. It's known for being, if I remember correctly, it's known for being the one that leads you from Paris all the way to the Mediterranean. So it was like the holiday national road. But yeah, so it was really busy, and I was like, there's no way I'm going on this national road. I thought maybe there would be a bike path next to it, but nothing. So I was like, well, no, I'm not doing this. So I would, like, go back and, like, do a huge detour. And finally, like, I managed to get across. Everything was fine, but yeah, in my head, like, the sun was already setting. Like, I couldn't see the sun anymore. It was behind the hills, but there was still a bit of sunlight. And in my head, I was practicing, like, okay, what do I tell people? And I was looking out for people in their yards. If there were, like, some people in their yards, I probably would have asked if I could have stayed in their yard, like, just plant my tent in their yard. So I was like, okay, what am I going to tell them? Like, well, I'm going to tell them that I didn't plan on this. Like, I wanted to go camping, but it's too far. Got delayed. Excuse me. And so, yeah, I had the whole speech ready. But, yeah, so it didn't come to that, because then I saw that the lower road did take me over the National and right to the campsite. So I didn't really need that. But yeah, I was just ready to just give up and sleep in someone's yard if they allowed me to. And yeah, when I got here, I registered with, thankfully they were open. Well, I guess since they're doing a bar and activities, they're open late. I was so happy that they were open late. And as soon as I came in, this lady came right behind me. And so I registered with the campsite, and then she registered, and we started talking a little bit. She came from Lyon, so I'm guessing she came, so like from this morning. She's been biking since, but that's 140 kilometers in one day. And it's like, not like she was light. She has a tent, like, so they put our tents like in the same space. It's not great. Like we don't have a lot of space. So yeah, I'm like, her tent is 4 feet away from mine, just because they just put us so close. Like it's not like go wherever you want. So yeah, that's not. Hopefully I won't wake her up with my snoring, but hopefully she doesn't wake me up with her snoring. But that's about it. Oh yeah, so yes, she just did a lot of travel, and she looks so chipper. Like I was just like, like a really tired dog, and she's just like just chipper and happy to be. But apparently she does this often, so it's not like she knows where to go. She wouldn't get lost. No. Once I'm done this video, I think I'm gonna put all my food away, and then take a shower, and then oh, I didn't say about the leaky mattress. So last night, I figured that my mattress had I had set up everything. Usually I set up last minute, but I had set up everything. Blew up my mattress. Was happy, and when I came in, it's deflated. So there's a leak somewhere. And so last night I didn't bother. I just blew it up, and it would deflate, and then I would wake up with like a sore back and blow it up again. It would deflate. I think I'm gonna do the same thing tonight. I wanted to figure out where the leak was and everything and repair it, but I can't be bothered at the moment. So yeah, so that's gonna be for tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do it in the morning, so that I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do it in the afternoon. Actually, like I'll take a pause somewhere, and then fix the mattress on the road. I don't know. I'll think of something. But that's it, and so I think I'm gonna sleep a lot tonight because it was very tiring. Definitely not as tiring as the first day, but tiring nonetheless. Alright, this is a really long video. But yeah. I hope they don't make too much noise tonight. We'll see. Bye.